Like I add to everything, I add a little cushion. Instead of contingency here, because a bank asks for receipts on contingency. Instead, I just fluff everything a little bit or be conservative. Because what if I have more drywall? What if I do arches? Like I could tell you my whole justification, but I'm just conservative. Finished labor, I could add more trim than usual. I'm going to put 15K.
What do you mean by receipts on contingency?
Whenever you have a contingency and you
Yeah.
want to like if there's a 30K contingency and you want to draw from it, like you want to get money from here and it's for finished labor, they're going to say, "Okay,
Oh, I
give
see.
me what you paid for finished labor and anything above 12.5 will give you that money." So like you have to literally prove the contingency. Instead, I just put 15K for finished labor. I got extra 2 grand, and if I do more nicer finishes, I have the money for it. And I don't for this, I'm not conservative. I try to be more precise. It's only excavation all the way down to finishing the house and cleaning it up. So like these numbers, I'm conservative. Here, they always ask receipts for soft costs. So soft costs, they're gonna ask for receipts, pretty normal.
When you
Usually.
get your dollars from the bank, from the lender, are they going by your budget or by the percentage of completion?
Budget.
Oh,
They inspect what's done. So if I go on site, let's say Jake's house right now, excavation. So they're gonna draw here, excavation, foundation, lumber pack, the framing labor, and the trusses. That's what's done on site. I'm going to draw for these items.
do they compare it against the invoices that you paid or
No,
no?
they don't ever ask for invoices.
So if in their mind excavation should not ever exceed 15% of the total cost, just for the sake of this discussion, if you finished excavation, they don't go by the 15% their estimation, they just go by
They
how much
review
is in
your
the budget.
budget before they lock in the loan, and if they think something is way too off, they will call it out right away. So I've had many times where I put excavation and it's like a 15K job and I put 50K and they came in and they said, "Hey, we've readjusted your budget. Your excavation budget's going to be 30,000 and this section looks low, so we added that extra money to that section."
Holy
So,
moly.
but
Okay,
if
that's
I
good.
balance everything consistently, like my bids, and then I add 10% to everything, there's nothing that's too much. And they never like I used to like, okay, I'll put 100 grand for excavation because I'm like, I can pay for my lumber and everything. And they're like, hey, this is way off. So instead I just get everything and have a contingency added in.
So
Make sense?
midway appraisal always goes against this table, not against some kind of virtual preset table that they use.
Say it again.
So mid construction, when they
Picking
need
up for
to
Asia.
assess your progress, they are going against this table, not against the table that they have like common for everyone.
Yeah, it's the budget you built out. They review and approve it for the loan. It's not a
So
budget that they put together. You put the budget together and you send it to them.
good.
Contingency is usually how much percentage?
I don't put a contingency. I'll put in the contingency like 5 grand. But instead, what I do is I add 10% to everything. So if 17K was my bid, I'm gonna put it 18.7. I literally add 10% to each item. If 28K was my foundation, I'm gonna put $2,800 on top of 28K.
Basically like 31.
Yeah, 31,800. If my garage is 6 grand, I'm gonna put 6,600. If my lumber is 45, I'm gonna put 49.
So
And
you do
what
put 10%, except it's not
Yeah,
in
on the
contingency, it's in
actual
the
line
bids.
items, yes, I put a I don't say it's contingency. I say I'm very conservative because they're going to say, well, if you're having contingency, just put all the contingency here. I'd say, no, I'm very conservative because I might build this a little nicer.
Well, but does it mean that for Ashley, your budget is in the area of 185? So does it mean that whatever you submitted to the bank was around 200?
190-ish. I was budgeting 175. I submitted it for 190. I'm coming in probably 185 to 190. And I knew that we agreed on site. We'll spend some more money on it. And so see, imagine if I always am conservative. This time my conservative budget came in clutch.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm doing it nicer, but I'm hoping instead of 1.3 that I get 1.5. And I mean, it looks pretty darn sweet now. If you want to get into this game, you want to learn exactly what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. You've been following along. You're seeing all the different projects, the way that we structure our day, how we do things, and make money in this real estate development game without actually having to be that contractor or licensed agent. Click that link below, fill out an application. You can get on a consultation with my team. If it's a good fit for you, we'll put a roadmap together, and then you'll have a personalized group chat with myself. We'll be jumping on Zoom calls every single week, and we'll be absolutely crushing it together. So I hope you enjoy. Take care, and as always, let's build up.